In video 2, I want to begin by talking about where I am at today, as well as I want to talk about the importance of building habits, as I think that is crucial for any type of person aiming to reach their goals. I think habits begins first and foremost, and I'll touch on a little framework that I like to use that has helped me in certain areas of life. So where am I at today? Right now, I am very fortunate to have bought a condo out here in Las Vegas, right next to the Las Vegas Strip. I bought it about a year and a half ago for $120,000, and because of the market in Vegas, it's actually gone up about $30,000. Now that doesn't mean much because I'm not looking to sell right now. However, it does increase my equity. So right now, I'm at about 75 to 80K net worth at the age of 27, which of course isn't much, but that is absolutely the importance of this series, is I want to see my progress from day one until I reach my end goal. Habits to me is essentially building up a muscle to help you accomplish something and let you consistently do it, even when your emotions are saying not to. Of course, we all want to go to the gym, but some days our emotions are saying, hey, don't go to the gym, we're tired or lazy or whatever. And habits help you get rid of the emotions and let you do it. And this is very crucial for meeting any goal. It needs to be consistent over time. The number one absolute most important thing for building up habits is having internal motivation. Now, there's internal motivation and external motivation. I'm not, a psychologist. I've done enough research to kind of understand the difference between the two, but essentially external is looking on Instagram and seeing someone who's really fit and then wanting to go to the gym. Internal is essentially having a burning desire within you to then really lead you to take action. And for me, I found that a lot of people who really struggle to stick to a set of goals and really find issues with starting and staying consistent with habits are people that have a lot of external motivation, because when it's really difficult and you're really tired and the day comes when you just don't want to do it, you need that internal drive to say that you will do it. So why do habits impact my financial position? Essentially, we live in a consumerist culture and it's very easy to get trapped into consumerism. And there is something called lifestyle inflation, and essentially at some point we all start to make more money and we will hit what's called lifestyle inflation. This is where your expenses increase proportionally with your income increase. So when you start making more money, you start spending more money. And if you don't have the habits built up for spending exactly what you want in certain areas of life, once the income increases, your expenses will increase, and essentially you're no better off. Lifestyle inflation will happen to essentially everyone unless you have habits built up and a habit framework to live your life within. So this is what happens when you see the athletes, the people who get rich really quickly, the lottery winners. Essentially, all of a sudden, their income increases and they don't have the habits built up to spend the money they want to spend. So essentially what happens is their expenses go up in proportion to their increase in income. And of course, they all go broke because we hear the stories and the numbers are really sad. In addition, I've heard about 100K earners in America living paycheck to paycheck. The sad thing is it's something like 50%. I don't know, there are plenty of reports out there, and any varying number from 40 to 60%, but that should not be the case. That is really sad. That is enough to put you in like the top 1% of earners in the world, and yet they're living paycheck to paycheck. And this is essentially why I find it very important to have a set of habits built up so that when the income does increase, you will be fine. And I think this is something that I've done a really good job of sticking by, and that's why I'm kind of helping share it with you today. So one way that you can use habits to your advantage is to use something called Mint.com. It's something that I've been using for roughly 3 or 4 years now. It tracks every single dollar that comes into your account as well as every single expense. So it helps you really budget, and it's all visual right there for you. It does a really good job of tracking every single expense in terms of when I go to Costco, it knows that is where I get my food. Whenever it's Costco gas, it goes to my gas expense. So it helps categorize everything. It makes it really simple for you and a great interface. So that's something that's helped me, and I would highly recommend it for everyone. So what framework do I use to help me establish habits and help me reach my goals? Step 1 is to decide what you want to accomplish. Step 2 is you want to create a roadmap to best achieve this goal. And that's something I feel like I do really well. Basically, this is the reverse engineer process. Step 3, now I'll make it a little more modular and I'll figure out how to make a plan weekly, and in some cases I'll make a daily plan. And step 4, the most important, is no matter what, I follow the plan. No matter what happens in life, I know what I want to accomplish. I've already established that with step 1. Step 4 comes, you have to deliver. I have to follow the plan. I wanted to give you an example of a couple different areas of life where I've applied habits, and I feel like I've succeeded pretty well thus far at the age of 27. First has been fitness. So like I gave you within my framework, I have an end goal of 175 pounds at about 6 to 7% body fat. Now this is obviously going to be an ongoing goal. This is a very difficult goal to achieve, but essentially that's my end goal, and everything I do will be to get to that point. So I've created a workout plan for myself. I never miss a day. That's my mantra. Never miss a day no matter what. There's no excuses. Next, personal finance. My end goal is financial independence by the age of 35, which is 8 years away. I stated in the previous video that I want a 10K a month in passive income. So that's my end goal. So now how do I get there? That's essentially what I'm dealing with today. And that's why I'm making these videos, is I want to figure out the best roadmap for me. And for me, I believe it's going to take a step one of maximizing my net income. I need as much cash as I possibly can have to invest in what I consider my financial scaling vehicle. This would be real estate. Some people consider cryptocurrency if they got in a few years ago. Some people think 401k or stocks. But essentially this is going to be the way for me to really scale my wealth. It's going to be real estate, and I need to acquire as much cash as I can. Step two will be reduce spending as much as possible in the beginning. Essentially what happens when money comes in, as discussed earlier, is it's very easy to increase your spending. This has happened to me in life. I've had a couple points in life where I've really increased my income, and it is much easier to spend. And I want to make sure that I have the habits established today so that when money starts coming in as I anticipate, my spending won't increase. And this will absolutely be critical for building net worth. Next is sleep. Essentially my end goal is to get good sleep every night. Daily plan of mine, I did everything that Sean Stephenson talked about in the book Sleep Smarter. If you haven't read that, I would highly recommend it. I apply everything that he's taught in that book, and that is everything I do daily. Lastly is education. This is something that I'm going to talk about in a later video because I feel like self-education and continuing education is absolutely critical. So essentially my current goal is maximizing my income from W-2 job and begin real estate investing. I do this from an elite online course for software engineering. Will help double my income in probably about 6 months. And how do I do this every single day? Well, I do my coursework every single day no matter what. And in regards to the real estate investing, I do my best to network with real estate professionals and listen to all the necessary Bigger Pockets podcasts, because education is super important, and right now I don't know everything and I need to learn from those around me and those who have succeeded before me. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to hit like and subscribe if you want to go ahead and follow the journey, and leave a comment with what you think.